I was looking for something to cover on Facebook for this series and found this 5G page. As I was scrolling to see what posts were on it, I stumbled upon this one titled Weapons Expert Mark Steele. 5G is a weapons system designed to kill. The first comment posted has two links, one from Lee Garrett and the other from MC Toon. This amusing thread was not started until 4 weeks ago. Commentary by me may be added where appropriate. But first, this reminder. Warning! Warning! Oven mitts required beyond this point. Now entering stupidity zone. Warning! Warning! Mark Steele is a scammer. He has been exposed many times now by a few people. Scammer, snake oil salesman, con man, grifter. Yeah, they all apply to Mark Steele. Well, they tried to gag him in court, but the courts could not because of the fact that he is a weapons expert that used to work for the UK Army. Wow, Mark Steele has her fooled, doesn't he? What Mark Steele? He is not expert at anything except being scammers. Lee very easily outed him in this and other videos. How can Mark be an expert if he gets such very basic things so very wrong? Even Mark saying he worked for the Army or any other British military or intel organization is a lie. He was sentenced to 8 years prison in 1993 for illegal possession of a firearm, which he shot a young girl with. Nope, sorry. The guy is a liar and a charlatan. The video Craig posted is from a Lee's Lab video, Lee Garrett, and it's a response to a Mark Steele video. I will say that MC Toon does a really good interview with Lee Garrett. He's had him on his channel a few times. And Lee Garrett did, I want to say, infiltrate, I guess, the 5G community or the Flat Earth, one of the communities like that. And he got actually to talk to Mark Steele, got to know him, and got some good inside information about him. So Shirley links a Joe Embriano video from his page and says, "This is a good guy." The title of the video is Joe Embriano warned us in 2018, 60 gigahertz blocks oxygen uptake, fake virus, kill grid, forced vaccinations. And looking on the About tab of his page, it says in the description, "Everything you have been told is a lie and a fraud. Joe Embriano is the Fullerton informer, and because you have the right to know, we dare to push the envelope. BS Chemistry, University of California, Irvine. BS Biological Science, University of California, Irvine." Now, he may be a good guy, but if he follows Mark Steele and believes all the things the video says, he's a scammer, a grifter, a con man, and a snake oil salesman, just like Mark Steele. No, it doesn't. There is absolutely no mechanism by which that could happen. I have 60 gigahertz Y-Gig here in my office that I am playing with and a 60 gigahertz HDMI link. No problems at all. After watching about a few minutes of Joe Embriano's video, he spouts the same thing Mark Steele does. He thinks the 5G towers are going to create a kill grid that massive cables are hooked up to, and massive energy is going to come through and basically fry people. All it is scaremongering and bullshit. Not yet. It takes time, sometimes years, and before you know it, it has sucked the life from you. Honey, Mark Steele sucked the life from you already. If it stops oxygen, it stops oxygen, and you'd know it immediately. But it doesn't, because there is no way for it to do that. It's just complete and utter nonsense spouted by people who have almost no understanding of this whatsoever. And sadly, people who have even less understanding just believe it. I find it astonishing how people can be so ignorant of such basic science when they were all taught it in school. See, this is what Mark Steele and Joe Embriano are betting on. People are so ignorant of the facts, they'll believe anything if told it long enough. I had to unlearn what I learned in school. And you should look up Water Has Memory and find out that viruses have frequencies. And know this, when they turned on 5G in Weiyun, China, people were falling over dead or having a dry cough, no fluid in the lungs at all. And they died because they couldn't breathe. And they are more evil in China because their hospitals have 5G. These stupid, ignorant people know nothing at all. Oh my God. She talks about ignorant people but can't use punctuation. I will be kind and say she probably used voice to text, but I doubt it. I just find this amazing that she talks about the people just up and dying from a cough or dropping dead in the streets, but that has not been the case. Weiyun had 5G in 2018. Nobody was falling over, coughing then. The same frequencies and technology has been in use worldwide since 2004. In the UK particularly, there have been extensive wireless networks using almost identical technology to 5G since 2005. That's 15 years. And nothing happened. Correlation is not causation. There are places with big 5G networks where COVID-19 is almost gone, and areas with no 5G whatsoever where it is rife. There is no correlation whatsoever. Linking COVID to 5G is just utterly moronic. You are believing all sorts of nonsense conspiracy theories. COVID-19 is a disease caused by a virus, not by 5G. If it was caused by 5G, then why don't I have it when there is a 5G base station literally across the road from me? I see you have a lot to still learn. I don't argue, but you really need to look up microwave sickness. And you're wrong about when Weiyun and 5G was turned on in 2020, around November. I remember. 5G in China was launched on November 1st, 2019 by its 3 cell phone carriers. Reported cases of pneumonia didn't happen until the end of December, a full 2 months later. As was said before, correlation is not causation. And if 5G took people's oxygen away from their blood, you would have known about it 2 months prior to December 31st, 2019. Okay, but COVID still isn't caused by 5G. It's just not possible and isn't supported by any evidence. I am sorry you don't understand that viruses have frequencies and water has memory. And then, of course, there's this link to a holistic website that sells courses in detox and supplements and EMF shielding, basically woo peddling. They have known this for years. My favorite Dr. Klinghardt said a 5-minute cell phone call activates the virus for 7 years, and he is both natural and big pharma poison doctor. Well, if your doctor says it, it must be true then. And he must be from 7 years in the future. This is about a 50 hertz magnetic field. Nothing whatsoever to do with the frequencies used by this technology. In Europe, all of our main power is 50 hertz, and yet we seem to have lower incidences of this virus than the US, where mains electricity is 60 hertz. At any rate, this article is irrelevant as it discussed different things. Yes, Epstein-Barr virus is not the same as COVID-19. Yeah, and in the UK, they have banned thousands and thousands of toxins out of your shampoo, etc. And we still have them, and what you have to understand is sometimes the body becomes lazy and makes toxins to make hormones, so there is a balance. But without more glutathione, it also helps to shut off cancer and viruses. But it is hard because every time I checked my blood, my virus is alive and active and has been since I was a child, sadly. I'm guessing that she has Epstein-Barr virus because you can contract that as a child. And since Epstein-Barr virus is in the herpes family, it can stay with you for quite a while in latent form until it reactivates. Again, it is nothing like COVID-19. Yeah, there have been some nasty things in lots of consumer products, and I'm glad they have been banned. No wonder cancer rates have increased with all these nasty chemicals in our stuff. Same goes for nasty petrochemicals, insecticides, herbicides, etc. Yup, and GMO because glyphosate is an antibiotic, and they have been known to cause cancer, as well as wireless and all toxins, sadly. Wireless is a toxin. They say it in the Verizon book. They are not responsible for the toxins that the cell phones make. It is super sad. I had to read that like 5 times because there's no punctuation, there's no sense to the sentences. And she's wrong about glyphosate being an antibiotic. It's an herbicide. The only toxins in cell phones are in their construction of what they're made of. So this was a little departure from how I normally do the Flerfcus. I know last week I did read it, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed that. But this week I thought, I might put a little commentary in afterwards, not during because that would get confusing. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Should I keep doing that, or just let you guys read it, or just read it and not comment? Either way works for me.